Hello everyone, it's WarNightGamer4 here again, back with another challenge run video. Continuing the trend, I'm sounding like a broken record here at this point. Anyways, continuing the trend of my previous challenge run, I'm going to be replacing my dodge roll with an Ash of War. So no rolling in the run, and if I do, I must forfeit my attempt, die, and lose all my runes. Now for the Ash of War in question, I'm going to be using the Bloodhound's Finesse, which is a unique skill only available for the Bloodhound's Fang Curved Greatsword. It unfortunately has a huge delay of 58 frames before you can actually get to the invincibility frames. It's the first part of the skill. But once you reach the iframes, it lasts for about 20 frames with a 25 frames of recovery. It's honestly less of an alternate dodge ability and more of an offensive Ash of War that has a dodge attached to it. I say this not only because of its startup, but also it hits pretty hard. Oh, and one last thing, this run is going to be a more straightforward run, so not a lot of optional bosses will be fought. Malenia of course will be fought though, so look forward to that. Well, that's enough introductions, let's get right into the run. Alright, since the weapon is pretty much available from the get-go, I'm going to grab it by getting the finger snap emote from the disgraced Santa merchant, then go to the Mistwood ruins to talk to Blyde so he can help us at the Forlorn Hound Everjail. He made it pretty easy to stagger the Bloodhound Knight, allowing me to do some serious damage. And with the boss down, I get the Bloodhound Fang along with a Somber 2 stone from Blyde. Now it's time to level up and start collecting more Somber upgrade stones to upgrade the weapon. Also helping Blyde allows me to get the Carrion Filigreed crest to reduce FP use when I'm using an Ash of War. I upgrade the weapon to +6, get both strength and dexterity not crystal tears for my physic, then make a quick detour to the Gelmir Heroes ruins where I avoid most of the traps in order to fight the Bloodhound Knight stationed here. With the Knight defeated, he drops the entire Bloodhound Knight armor set. The entire dive into the grave almost went completely perfect till the end. But now with my fashion obtained, it's now time to fight Margit. Because of the nature of the Ash of War, I decided I need to either bait out attacks or go gung-ho and hope for the best. And the reason why is because of my lack of poise to resist getting staggered. Also, if I get knocked down, I'm at the complete mercy of the enemy I'm fighting. But good thing Margit is one of the easier bosses. The runtime for the fight was about 1 minute and 10 seconds. Now it's time to traverse the Grafted Degenerate's hidey hole called Stormveil Castle. Good thing the enemies are very easy to trick into friendly fire. But Godrick's a different story as he just ended me in the first attempt against him. He didn't really stand much of a chance against the Bloodhound Fang, with it taking chunks off of his health. Unfortunately, not much dodging was needed for this quick boss fight. The battle lasted about 51 seconds, and I died a singular time. With Godrick down, I buy the Buckler Shield from Gustok, then obliterate the boss at Loux Ruins to get the Ritual Sword Talisman for bonus damage at full health. With my second talisman obtained, I level up and go challenge the Godskin Noble at Volcano Manor. And unfortunately, because of how slow the recovery for the Bloodhound Finesse is, I was pretty much just squashed like a damn bug in my attempts. Eventually I got tired of it and decided to start parrying the boss's attacks. After that pretty clean boss fight, I obtained the Somber Stone 7. Backtrack a little to get the Bloodhound claws while I'm here that I barely even use. Go to Dragon Barrel to find 2 more high level Somber Smithing Stones. Then into the Raya Lucaria Crystal Tunnels to get the normal Smithing Bell 1 from the boss. Then into the Sealed Tunnels to get the second bell. Now I upgrade both the Fang and Claws. Moving forward, I head into Raya Lucaria itself where they have a rabid dog problem. Get absolutely lucky while fighting Red Wolf. And also against fighting Moongrim. Now at the end of the academy I fight Rennala, which is pretty much the last time I used the Bloodhound claws as a weapon. In her second phase she goes down without much of a fight. With the boss only taking 2 full Bloodhound Finesse to the face. A tad bit overkill right now with a +9 weapon. Rennala only lasted about 1 minute and 5 seconds. Now it's time to beeline it to the capital, meaning that the Draconic Tree Sentinel is my next obstacle. I did quite a lot of damage taking out half his health in the first few seconds of the fight, but afterwards the fight lasted for much longer than I would have wanted it to, mostly because I was waiting for attacks so I can safely throw out mine. Pretty much played the entire fight like I couldn't dodge at all, period. But eventually I was able to use Bloodhound's Finesse to finish off the Tree Sentinel in about 5 minutes and 23 seconds. And I also died 2 times. With all the runes I collected, I level up my health, blitz my way through the Golden Capital, grab the Ritual Shield Talisman for bonus defense at full health, then challenge Phantom Godfrey, who was a huge pain in the ass to fight. All it takes is one misstep and I get comboed to death. I also fear bringing up my weapon to defend myself, as I know the boss does a huge amount of stamina damage, so at this point of the game, why bother? But after I bide my time and a bit of AI manipulation, False Godfrey goes down. With that suffering done, I level up my health a bit more. Take out a bit of my anger on the Black Knight Assassin crime here. And now it's time to finish up the capital by fighting Morgott. The attacks in this battle was very much just an exchange of blows. If I get to hit him, he gets to hit me as well, and vice versa. Luckily, with the high damage output on my side, the battle didn't take very long. The fight against Morgott took about 1 minute and 27 seconds, and I died 1 time. I need more damage, so it's time to level up dexterity. With this increase of damage, Castle Soul is not much of a problem now. But the fight against Commander Niall for a hidden piece of the secret medallion was quite troublesome. As always, in the beginning of the fight, I take out his annoying little minion summons. And now for Niall himself, it's all about timing my Bloodhound's finesse to avoid his jump attack. Unfortunately, not every evade was as clean as the first one. Also, a piece of good news, you can just crouch through his rush attack. Eventually, Niall goes down in about 3 minutes and 44 seconds, and I died 5 times. With the boss down, I claim my reward, get the second half, the expressway, then get the somber ancient dragon smithing stone from Invader Anastasia. Now it's time to tackle the liturgical town Everjail, which goes as smoothly as you would think. Good thing jumping reduces the size of my hurt box by a bit. If it didn't, this place would have taken a long time to get through. Anyways, with all the candles lit, I now jump my way through the spam of holy bubbles. Attempt to take a falling shortcut, but the enemy keeps jumping off the ledge. So it's time to activate the lift the old-fashioned way, which leads me to getting knocked off by magical bombs. Damn these wizards and their magical nukes. Which is the reason why I tend to ignore and sneak by them. Now it's time to fight Loretta. First phase wasn't much trouble because of how easy it is to dodge her attacks. But second phase is a completely different story, as her magic becomes very difficult to evade due to Bloodhound's finesse startup frames, so I have to stay close to her to stop her from spamming magic. Loretta eventually goes down in about 2 minutes and 27 seconds, and I suffered 3 deaths. With Loretta down, I used the Bloodhound claws for the last time to traverse through the forbidden steak sauce, then eliminate a bunch of pests that dare to be in my way, in order to get the Dragon Crest Great Shield talisman for bonus physical defense. I level up, then head to Castle Redmane to challenge Radahn for Great Jar Alexander's questline. Radahn during the fight nearly ended me multiple times. Good thing I do a reasonable amount of damage to him though. His move to create floating rocks left the boss vulnerable, so I just ended him there. Radahn took about 1 minute and 52 seconds to beat. With Radahn finished, I progressed Alexander's quest, level up a bit, then fight the huge damage sponge called the Fire Giant. For the first phase, I used pure horseback to keep up with the boss and just to avoid most of his attacks. Second phase was pure pressure on the boss. Didn't let him get far from me at all to use his ranged attacks. He was actually very generous with his movesets this time around. And because of that, the fight took only about 2 minutes and 43 seconds. That was a pretty damn fast fire giant in my books. Anyways, with the giant defeated, it's time to go through the beast-infested Faramazula. Also, I upgrade my weapon to the max because I forgot to do that when I got the upgrade stone. Now it's time for the Godskin Gang Squad. This time I decided not to go through the easy mode route and fight them the old-fashioned way. Because of this, the first attempt didn't go so well. For the fight against the Godskins, patience is needed for small opportunities to attack, which is a tad bit annoying because of how long it can take. Also, there's a fear of getting hit by them at the same time. But with all the damage I'm doing with Finesse, it eases the pain by quite a bit. The fight against the Godskins took about 5 minutes and 37 seconds, and I suffered 2 deaths. With the gank duo gone, I meet up with Alexander to be challenged into a duel, which didn't feel like much of a duel as I just stunned him to death. With that complete, he drops a talisman that increases the damage of my Ash of War. With that quest done, I go and challenge Dragonlord Placidusax. Now he might be a huge slow boss, but he has a lot of health, so it took a bit to take him down. Got stuck under his wing while trying to punish his staggered state. When the lasers came out, I luckily didn't get hit by them by the grace of God. And with a bash to the head, Placidusax goes down in about 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Now I level up a bit my health and damage, take out the Draconic Tree Sentinel guard with a bit of style, now it's time to get bullied by Maliketh. The first phase of the boss was quick, with him giving me ample time to just jump attack or use Bloodhound Finesse when he swipes his giant dagger. For the second phase, I focused on positioning myself whenever he would start flying in the air to damage him with heavy attacks. Using Bloodhound Finesse in this part of the fight felt like a death wish because of how slow it is in startup and recovery. And with the last 2 hits, Maliketh goes down in about 3 minutes and 47 seconds. And I only suffered 1 death, surprisingly. Come on, playable character, it's time to finish up the game. Wake up from that bed of ash. Gideon this time around wasn't that annoying aside from the spell spam. Half of the fight was just waiting for his death dialogue to finish. But I did die to him though in the initial attempt. Now it's time for the true Godfrey fight. For pretty much all of the first phase, I kept on getting my ass handed to me. Too many near-death experiences for my liking. I wasted pretty much all of my flasks in this phase. Second phase went by much more smoother, with me using Bloodhound's Finesse to keep distance away from the boss. I don't know how I didn't get hit here in the end, but I'm not complaining. Godfrey took about 3 minutes and 14 seconds to defeat, and I died 2 times. While I was just chilling around the world a bit and picking up a few things I forgot to get, I witnessed a noodle having a seizure. And once I fully upgraded my flask, I go to challenge Malenia. The fight against Malenia was quite a stressful battle for me. While the Bloodhound's Finesse is actually very good at flinching her and keeping a distance away from rotten death, it's still a somewhat slow skill to use. I also get caught off guard multiple times during the fight, which scared the bloody hell out of me. For the second phase, Goddess of Rot Malenia is a bit more difficult to get close to, and Finesse is so much more riskier to try to pull off. One mistimed skill attempt and I'm a goner. Also, it especially doesn't help that I no longer have any healing flasks. But after dodging a few attacks and Scarlet Aeonias, which leave her open to damage as long as I evade it, I take her down in a singular try. The fight against Malenia took about 8 minutes and 52 seconds. And with one of the most annoying bosses in the game down, I level up a bit more, and now it's time to fight the final bosses. Now look into my covered eyes through the visor and tell me how you think that went. All that happened was continuous death by Holy Hammer. I died to Radagon 7 times. And when I defeated him the first time, I got absolutely annihilated by the Elden Beast. Radagon hits like a damn freight train, and I'm somewhat at the mercy of the AI, as he can just combo me to death if it feels like it. Because of this, I kept distance and attacked during his more longer animations. His huge AoE slam is avoidable by jumping, but I took the full attack due to my failure. With Radagon down, it's time to get revenge on the Elden Beast. With the fight against the Elden Beast, I can't give him any room for range attacks, so I have to be hot on its ass nearly all the time. While evading the 3 rings of death, I got him close to the wall near the end, which is right where I want the boss. And with the last 2 jump attacks sealing the deal, the Elden Beast goes down in about 5 minutes and 53 seconds. And I died 8 times, 7 to Radagon and 1 to the Elden Beast. Well, there you have it folks. The challenge run is over and I have beaten the game by replacing my dodge roll with Bloodhound's Finesse. Honestly, using the Ash of War as a replacement for my roll was a tad bit difficult. Yeah, I did glide through some of the bosses, but I think that's mostly because of the experience I already have against them. Also helps that the skill does quite a good amount of damage on its own, which carried me pretty far. I could imagine how much more damage it could do fully buffed, also with appropriate stats. But I'm happy with the outcome and it was pretty fun. Also happy that I defeated Malenia in the first try. That's always a treat when it happens. Now before I end the video, one final thing. The next video might or might not be a co-op challenge run. I know I said pretty much the same thing last video, but trying to get 5 people online, including me with conflicting schedules, takes a bit of time. So sorry if I got your hopes up. But at least to give everyone a little hint of what the run might be about, it's going to be a little army. Well then, that's the end of the video. This has been War Gamer 4, and make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell notification for alerts when I post a new video. And thanks for watching this video, and my previous videos if you have as well. Later.